All right, let's dive in. Today we're tackling a retail giant, one everyone knows, Target. We've got Bill Chastain's book, The Target Story, to guide us. Should be a good one.
Yeah, it's a really interesting story. When you think about how Target started, just a basic discount store back in '62, to become the huge name it is today, that took some serious strategy.
Yeah, the book mentions right away that from the start they wanted to be different. Not just cheap prices, but a whole brand image.
Exactly. Affordable style is
Yeah.
what Chastain calls it. They wanted customers who liked good design and quality, but weren't looking to spend a fortune. And they were really smart about how they did it.
The book talks about strategic procurement, which, gotta be honest, I hadn't heard that term before. So what's that mean for Target?
It's like taking buying stuff to a whole other level. They didn't just want the lowest price, they wanted good relationships with their suppliers. Like, they gave some suppliers these guaranteed contracts for years, stability for both sides, and they worked together to make exclusive products. Gives Target an edge.
So it's not just about that one deal. It's win-win for both Target and the companies they work with. Makes sense. Do you see that working in other areas too?
Oh, for sure. Strategic partnerships, that's huge everywhere. Like, imagine a tech startup trying to get funding. They don't just focus on the dollar amount. They build relationships with investors, show them their vision, that they're in it for the long haul.
Good example. I bet that works for hiring people
Oh,
too, right? Not just salary, but building relationships with potential employees.
exactly. It's that whole idea of working together, shared goals. Now, another thing, Target's amazing at their supply chain. We all know they've got what you want, when you want it. But think about the logistics of that. It's mind-blowing.
Seriously, I can't even keep my own grocery list straight. Millions of products going through Target's system. How?
Complex operation, but they put a lot into tech to make it smooth. They have this demand forecasting thing. It's algorithms, right? Analyze past sales, trends, even the weather to figure out what people will buy. That way, they can keep the right amount of stuff, less waste, and it's there when customers want it.
Wow, like predicting the future of shopping so that tech keeps the shelves stocked. No more sorry we're out situations. Frustrating for everyone.
Exactly. And all that fancy supply chain stuff, that's a big reason they're so efficient and make money.
It makes you think, how could other businesses use that? Restaurants managing food, or even just planning a big event. Knowing what you'll need beforehand, that's crucial.
Absolutely. Same strategic thinking, using tech to keep things flowing smoothly, whether it's actual products or just information.
Okay, so we've got strategic buying, the whole supply chain thing, but we can't forget the marketing, right? Target's known for that. Their ads are iconic. They just get what people want.
They're masters at connecting with people emotionally, those expect more, pay less, ads. Not just products, it's a feeling, like you can achieve things.
Chastain mentions how early on, Target saw that building a brand was key, not just prices. How else did they do that? Through their marketing.
Well, think about their designer collaborations. They were some of the first to work with big names, making exclusive lines that were still affordable. That made their image better. A&D got people excited. Missoni, Isaac Mizrahi, Lily Pulitzer, those limited collections sell out instantly.
It's smart. Scarcity, exclusivity makes it even more desirable. Remember when that Lily Pulitzer line dropped? Everyone wanted a piece of it.
Exactly. Huge media attention, Target as a trendsetter, the whole deal. And it's not just the big names, their own brands, they do those really well too.
Oh, totally. Their home stuff, Threshold, Opal House, Hearth and Hand. I kind of love it. They hit that sweet spot of style and price.
Right. They know their audience, what they want, and they keep changing things up, staying with the trends, but their brand still feels the same.
Like they make trendy feel like anyone can have it. But it's not just the stuff they sell, right? It's that whole shopping experience. They've really thought about that.
Absolutely. They've nailed that whole thing of a store being inviting, but also interesting. Think about how their stores are laid out. It's easy to find things, and it just looks good.
I like the wide aisles, and the signs are clear, and the lighting. Their stores are always so bright.
That's all on purpose. Bright, cheerful, makes you want to look around. Even the music, the smells, the temperature, it's all about making it comfortable so you enjoy being there.
It's funny, huh?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think those little things would matter so much, but they do. It's all about that feeling you get about the brand.
Exactly. It's a whole sensory experience, hits you on different levels. And then the employees, Target people are usually pretty nice and helpful, right? Adds to the whole good vibe.
Definitely. I've had so many good experiences with their employees. They help you find stuff, and they seem like they actually care, you know?
It shows their company culture is good. They care about customers, Andy, their employees. Everyone wins that way. Now, the book mostly focuses on, like, Target's wins. But we should probably mention they've had some bumps in the road, too.
All right, every company does. What kind of things has Target had to deal with?
Well, the big one for any store these days is online shopping, right? Amazon changed everything. Target's had to adapt fast.
I bet that's been tough. How have they handled that whole online shopping takeover?
They've put a ton of effort into their website, made it easy to shop online, and they have that in-store pickup, drive-up stuff, so you get the online convenience but still get your stuff fast.
Sounds like they're going for that omni-channel thing, mixing online and in-store.
Exactly. They get it. People want choices. And they're giving them choices that work for everyone. Plus, you got to keep up with what customers want, and that changes. Millennials, Gen Z, they're different from older shoppers. More careful with money, more tech savvy, more aware of, social stuff.
Target seems to do well with younger people, though. Their ads are diverse, their messaging's on point, they seem to get trends.
And they've been working on being more sustainable, ethical sourcing and all that. That matters to a lot of younger shoppers.
So it's not just keeping up with how people shop, but also their values, what they care about. Pretty impressive that Target can appeal to so many different types of people.
Shows they can change and try new things, but still stay true to what their brand is about.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot, this whole deep dive into how Target became so successful. Let's break down the key takeaways for our listeners. What are the big lessons from Target's story?
Well, the first thing, gotta have a clear idea of who you are as a brand and stick to that. Target's affordable style, they've always delivered on that. And that consistency, that's how you build trust with customers. They keep coming back.
Right, they don't try to be all things to all people. They found their thing and they do it well.
Yeah, and another takeaway, those strategic partnerships. That's huge. Target's built on good relationships, suppliers, designers, even their own employees.
It's a good reminder that it's not just about the deal, it's about working together so everyone benefits.
Exactly. And they've shown how important it is to use technology, be innovative. That whole supply chain system, being early to online shopping, that's kept them going strong.
It's true. Can't just sit back and relax. The world's changing too fast.
Mm.
Got to keep learning, adapting, or you get left behind.
And one last thing, Target's story really shows how important it is to focus on the customer. Everything they do, the stores, how they train their employees, it's all about the customer.
Yeah, they get it. Happy customer means they'll come back for more.
Exactly. So as we wrap up our look at Target, I want to leave everyone with a little something to think about.
Ooh, I like a good challenge. What you got?
We've seen how Target's done so well in retail. But like we said, retail keeps changing. What do you think the future holds for them?
That's a good one. Social media is getting bigger and bigger, and people want brands that, share their values. I think Target needs to change things up even more to stay on top.
Something to think about, for sure. Maybe they go even harder on sustainability or find new ways to connect with people online.
Maybe new partnerships or even whole new types of businesses.
Who knows? But one thing's for sure, Target's story isn't over yet. They got to keep innovating to stay ahead.
Well, this has been super interesting, getting to really dig into such a big name. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Target's success. Hope you got some good takeaways, maybe even some inspiration for your own work. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep hitting that bullseye.